Welcome back to another coffee tech break session, your place to be for the latest and greatest on the poly products. Now, today, again, I will try to keep it within a coffee break or two. Today, I want to take you through the USB landscape. And so, my last session, Journey to Teams, I talk you through Visual Plus to Teams or Visual Pro to Teams. After that session, I got a lot of questions about the USB peripherals for audio and video. So I thought, let me do a session about the different cameras that we have, the mounting options, manageability, features. So let me give you a quick overview of all the cameras that we have. Now, today I will also present you something unique, and probably you've seen me using it already. That is the Studio USB. So I have a Studio USB here with the latest version, and that supports presenter track. So not only speaker track, which goes to the speaker and jumps to the different speaker. This is presenter track. This is just available right now and ready to use. So it follows presenters in the room. And I'm not in a in a big room now, but you will probably see the camera a little bit moving around so that you are aware that's a feature in the Studio USB. Um, Now, the first camera which I wanted to present you is the Cube USB. It's a very nice camera for small office, even personal to mid-sized room. So this camera has a 4K lens doing speaker track, group track, 120-degree wide angle, so you can easily stand up, walking around, etc. You put it on top of a screen. So as you see here, there's a little bit of a bracket, and here with the clamp, you can easily put this on top of a screen. Very, very flexible. Now, don't forget the privacy shutter, which is appreciated by a lot of customers, so you can privacy shut the camera if you want. It's a mechanical one, not digital, because that's always a thing. These are always mechanical. It's got built-in microphones, left side and the right side, so it gives you the stereo experience. And what is important is on the back, we have the connector. So here you see the USB-C, which is the cable onto the laptop for the software updates and the configuration with the app. You got an Ethernet connector. This can be used for centralized management if you want. And there's a reset button here if you probably lost a password or anything. So this one can connect to the laptop and you download the companion app, and there you can set different settings, update software like on a one-to-one basis. But you can also again do that centrally. Now, underneath we have, which is for me also always important, is a tripod connector, as you can see here. So you can easily grab a tripod, which I apparently have right here, and you can just use this as a camera bracket like this, and you're ready to go. And so very flexible, just use a tripod, and we got many use cases which I can think of. Educational world, students, remote students, because I see that a lot now. Hybrid environments with offices, hybrid colleges, etc., where the teacher is in front of the room and students remotely need to follow the person. And as I said, this one has speaker track and group track. And the feature I'm showing now here is with Studio USB at the moment, and not in the Cube USB. So be aware. Uh, a great camera. It has also a cable that comes along with it. So that is good to know. There's a USB cable, 2 meters, which has USB-C on one end, and on the other end you have the USB-A. So you just put that in the laptop, and yeah, you're able to use this camera. Very flexible. Also with the new Poly G series. So in case you got the G series, the new Teams room systems, just connect this one and you're able to use it in those Teams, native Teams environments, no problem. Or use it with your laptop, etc. It will be recognized by your laptop. Cube USB, a very nice camera. Now, the next one, which I wanted to show you, is the EagleEye IV USB. And I don't know if you've seen this one before, but I think it's a great camera. Why? Because it has a 12 times optical lens inside. And it's also a great camera if you want to point to a whiteboard in a room or to a specific product in the room, which is quite a big room. Now, there's a remote coming with it. So that's a very easy remote, just a pen tilt zoom. There's one preset here in the middle. Yeah, so you can easily move that around. It's very silent and it doesn't make any noise here. And you can really use that around left, right, or up and downwards. And so very nice. Now, if you press the preset, it will go to the preset you programmed. And in this case, the home preset. And so it looks throughout the whole room. But you can also, of course, create a preset to a whiteboard or something. A very nice camera, specifically if you want to have high quality zoom in the room. Now, what is might be important is there's also a tripod connector in here. So if you have a sort of tripod in the room, you can easily connect it. The screw is here underneath. There's a power supply with it. So there's a separate power supply. I think that will be good to know, which you need in the room. And there's a cable 5 meters coming along with it. So here you see the cable with the USB-A on the end. So 5 meter cables coming with this camera. And yeah, you're able to connect this also to your laptop, to the Poly G series, the Teams room systems, or any device you have, any video conference platform. I guess all those cameras, audio devices, you can use them with any video conference platform. EagleEye IV USB. Uh, Also a great USB camera. Now, what is also a very nice one is the EagleEye Mini. So this is more like personal style camera, but it's also a great enhancement compared to the camera that is usually built into the laptop. And this one, I would say just look at some videos on the internet. You can see the video quality of this device, and it's really nice. So it also has the privacy shutter, which again is always appreciated by customers, so they don't have to put stickers on it or hide the camera or something. It's quite a long cable, so that is also nice. USB-A on the side to put just in the laptop. And the nice thing is, if you put this on top of a screen, you can be on the same level as the participants on the other side. So really like this one, and I use it also a lot in my conferences. Now, as this one doesn't have any mics, you need to combine it with a speakerphone. Now, to give you a good overview of that, is you can combine it, for example, with the 7200. This is almost a sort of mini trio, very powerful. The 7200 has a built-in battery, also Bluetooth. There's also a USB cable coming along with this one, but it's got multiple mics. It blocks any other noise head and voice in the room. It's a very powerful speaker, high quality speaker. So this is a nice combination and the best of both worlds. Camera and a speakerphone in your small office, small conference room, etc. Now, the other option that we have is the 3200. So the 3200 is a brand new device, which, and this is by the way, the Teams edition. So as you see here, there is a Teams logo right there. And so if you press that, you can initiate Teams on the laptop. The 3200 is the one with USB cable, and so you just put USB-A in the laptop and your Teams client and will automatically select this one as your preferred device. Now, 3200 is only with the cable, and there's also the 5300, which has battery and Bluetooth inside. And so you might want to check on the Poly website which one you prefer. But this is also, I think, a great enhancement to your personal office, home office, and conference room. Now, these were like cameras, speakerphones, EagleEye Mini, and the different devices we have. But one very important device, which I wanted to show you also in the session, is the Trio. So a lot of people don't even know it, but the Trio can be placed in a USB mode. And as I've done here, so this Trio is purely a USB peripheral in your room. And the nice thing is a lot of people appreciate the Trio, and because it has an enormous audio mic power inside. And in this case, as a USB peripheral, it's just using the speakers, the mic, and you have some controls. And so you can hook this one up onto your G series, your Teams room system, or onto your laptop, and you can use the different devices. So you can unmute or mute, you can hang up. There's a volume control here, so you can also control the volume on the Teams room system, and that all certified. So that's good to know. It's certified device in USB mode, also software updates, the controls, everything works. Also the unmute on the sides. So you see here, there's also on the three sides, you got the mute button, and so you can use that also. Very nice. And this is the 8800 because I don't have the C60 yet. So probably a lot of people are asking, where's the C60? It's all coming. It seems that all the distributions and everything is getting up to speed. So the first ones are coming, and I will probably do soon also the C60 unboxing. But you can do the same thing with the C60. And you put it in USB mode, and you can hook it up onto your Teams room system. The beauty is you can do also multiple of them. So you can do three of those devices in a room. So you can really enhance the audio experience in a room. So even if you're moving from Visual Plus and you have those trios already, you're moving to the G series, the Teams room systems from Poly, you can even put it in USB mode and reuse those devices. So the first cable, as you see here, is connected onto the Teams room system. So that one is with the USB cable. And the rest of the other trios, which can be daisy chained, can talk over the network. And so you just have your network pairing the same as you've done with your Visual Plus pairing, or if you cascaded them in the past, it's very easy. Just make sure that these guys are on the same network. Now, also don't forget to review the release notes. So in case you put multiple or you chain daisy chain multiple of them, and they need to be at a certain distance from each other. But that is well documented, and so always advise to look at the documentation doing daisy chain devices. Now, one very popular camera at the moment to show you is the Studio USB, and that's actually the one that I'm using now. This one is very popular. And why? Because you just have your USB-A cable onto the table, and you can use this with any video conference provider. And it is popular because it has speakers built in, it has the 4K camera, It got microphones here at the top built in. It's doing group track, speaker track, and now in the latest release also presenter track. So it's able to follow you throughout the room. Check out some videos also on YouTube to see the presenter track. And as you see now, I'm using it also, but I'm in an like in a smaller office. But you will see the camera moving around with me without doing any PTZ or remote controlling, and the camera will do all the adjustments. Now this one is very popular at the moment. So as I said, different features available. You can use it in combination with the companion app. So this is the app I talked about earlier, the same app which you can use for your Cube USB. And you can use this also on a one-to-one basis and update it through that app, the software, or centrally. So free of charge, there is centralized management coming with those devices. So you can easily do software updates centrally. It has a Wi-Fi module built in, so you can hook it up onto your Wi-Fi. Always recommend a separate VLAN or management VLAN on the Wi-Fi, and you can manage those devices centrally from that network. Software updates, certain configuration for different rooms, and maybe in certain rooms you want to have the presenter track functionality, and in other rooms you want to just have a group track or turn it off, and that's all available. Bluetooth is also available in here, so you can even pair it onto your mobile phone. It's really fully packed of features, and this is why I think this camera is so popular at the moment. Now, oh yeah, what is good to know is there is the stand coming also with this camera. So there's a table stand which I showing here, and there's also a wall bracket. And so on the back, you can easily take this off, this bracket, and use the wall mount bracket to put it against the wall. So it's a very flexible camera in very a lot of use cases which it can fulfill. Now, one camera which is also a really nice one, and I don't have it here, is the EagleEye Director 2. If you got a big room for multiple views or a big boardroom and you want to put in G series and you had it in the past connected to your Visual Pro or your group series, the EagleEye Director 2, you can also use the USB port. Uh, in the latest version of the EagleEye Director 2, it's enabled, so you just use it. You can even use it on your laptop and connect the USB port from the EagleEye Director 2. Put that in the G series, the Teams room systems, and you're able to use that device also in the bigger rooms. You can even pair it with a trio on the table. So be aware if you're gonna do the bigger rooms, make sure that you pair it with the trio for the correct echo cancellation, and then you really got perfect tracking with the Director 2 in the room. So the Director 2 comes with two cameras, and these are the EagleEye 4 cameras. So these are the EagleEye 4, the 12 times zoom, so also optical zoom. So the EagleEye Director 2 can go up to 10 meters in the room and follow a speaker. It's really powerful camera. So you got two of these guys sitting on the EagleEye Director 2, and it will automatically search speakers or do group track, etc. And it's very powerful. And I don't have it here at the moment because I just built a proof of concept at the customer also for a boardroom last week. So yeah, it's a great combination to use that with a Teams room system. Put the trio on the table or cascade a couple of them, and you can build like any room. Now today, besides the cameras, I didn't talk about the headset, but of course, there's a lot of new headsets also out there. Also Teams headsets, which I can show you here. So this is a brand new Teams headset with the Teams logo, as you can see. So again, if you press that, it will automatically initiate the Teams client on the PC to start your meeting. So we got some brand new headsets out there, wireless, and they got a great and modern look and feel. So I can do another session. This is, by the way, the black wire. If you wanted to know it, I can do another session also on all the headsets options that we have. But I will always try to keep it within a coffee break or two, and headsets will probably also take one or two extra coffees to show that. So for now, I want to thank you for watching the USB devices. Hopefully, you got a good overview now. So if you got any questions, just use the comments in the video to add them.